Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. So, tonight what I have for you is the new Jeskai Striker precon commander deck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and we are going to open the box topper and go through the deck, and I'm going to discuss the cards that I think need to be taken out of here and figure out which cards really should be replaced from it. And then in addition, I also have a Tarkir Dragonstorm bundle, and this I will be opening up on a separate video. I will be opening this and be taking cards from whatever I get in here, and I also have three boxes. I have 3 boxes of Tarkir Dragonstorm showing up. They're just normal booster boxes. They're not collector boosters, but I'm going to take the cards and I'm going to try to upgrade the Jeskai Striker precon. Over the course of the next couple months, I'm going to attempt to get the rest of the precons, or at least the ones that I think are worth getting, and upgrade them from cards from Tarkir Dragonstorm or anything else. If you guys have any comments or any cards you think would be good for this deck, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to make the Jeskai Precon deck a bracket 3, so I'm only going to have 3 game changers in the deck. I'll figure out which ones I want from there. I think they're probably going to end up being tutors more than likely, but that's what I'm going to do for that. But nonetheless, let's get going into this precon. Alright, so thank you, Wizards, for putting the perforation on the side now. That makes opening these things so much easier than before. Alright, so first we got the lovely little deck box here. We'll put that together real fast and so then set that aside. That's not bad. That actually looks pretty cool. Narset, I like the new Narset from the actual set itself, so I'm hoping I open her. I really like that card. So, that's pretty awesome. Alright, we'll set that aside for now, and then we'll dig everything else out of this box. Got the little pamphlet, tells you how to run the deck and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. Alright, now let's see if we can get everything else out of here. Box topper. We will set this aside. Yeah, collector sample packs. Those are really nice to have in these because it gets people to really buy the collectors. I think Wizards is really trying to push them, and they really didn't have to push them for this set because the set is just fantastically awesome. Alright, we're just going to throw the trash off to the side. Don't want to mess around with that anymore. Alright, so first things first, let's get into this precon. So the commander is Shuko and Narset Unified. Flying Vigilance 4/4 for a 1 and America. Flying Vigilance, Fury. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy that spell. If it targets permanent or player, you may choose new targets for the copy. If you don't copy a spell this way, draw a card. That's not bad. That's not bad. You have to play 2 spells a turn, so I think you want to play a dud spell and then play a bigger thing. So I'm not really too quite sure how that's going to work, but then again, the actual commander is not what I'm looking for. And we got a little thing that tells you how to play the game. We already know that. Tokens in the back here. Pretty dope tokens, in my opinion. I love the way they do double-sided tokens. Makes it way easier that way. Way easier. Alright, we're set that aside now. Alright, so we're the first commander. Now, this is the commander that I wanted to play. This is Elsha, Threefold Master for America colors. She's a 1/1 with Trample and Prowess. Prowess is whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gains +1/+1 until end of turn. So it is cast. Now, if you copy a spell and it says you cast the copy, comments, let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Prowess activates off the copy if you cast the copy, if you copy the spell. So, that's pretty awesome. But it has to say that you cast the copy for, like, nothing, you know? And then she does, whenever she deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 monk creature tokens with Prowess. I think Monastery Monk is actually in this deck. The creature that, whenever you cast it on creatures, well, you just get 1. So, find out. Alright, we'll set those up here. Alright, now we have Aligned Heart. Whenever you cast your second spell, each turn put a rally counter on this enchantment, then create a 1/1 white monk with prowess for each rally counter on it. That's good. That's very good. I think that card can stay in the deck. Tempest Technique. This was something from Spoiler Season that I saw, and I was just like, well, they said they weren't ever going to reprint Storm. Ta-da! Ha, liars. So, for 3 and a white, it has Storm. Whenever you cast a spell, copy it. For each spell cast before it, you may choose new targets for the copies. Copies become tokens. And enchant creature you control. The enchanted creature gains +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. That's disgustingly broke. Next, we have Adaptive Training Post. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, if this artifact has fewer than 3 charge counters on it, put a charge counter on it. You can remove 3 from this artifact. The next time you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. If you do, you may choose new targets for the copy. That's pretty awesome. We have Transcendent Dragon next. Flash Flying. Whenever this creature enters, you may cast it, counter target spell. If the spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it in the graveyard, then you may cast it without paying its mana cost. Don't know how I feel about this card. It costs 6, but then again, it came in precon, so, you know. This one's really good. Vicious Bibliophile. For 3 and a blue, Flying Vigilance 3/3. Whenever you cast a spell that targets 1 or more targets, draw the many cards. Where were you when Nadu came out? If not, man, if Nadu didn't get banned when it did, this card would have just, it would have sent Nadu just over the top. I mean, just way over the top. Speaking of banned cards, sounds like they might be redoing the Commander ban list. It sounds like Coalition Victory might be coming off, and people are speculating maybe Prime Time, maybe a Shia. Let me know in the comments what cards you think need to come off of the ban list, and what should be kept on there, and things like that. My opinion is give it 3 months of everything being unbanned. Give it 3 months. Give it between time that they do the next one and then re-announce bans. Besides Tolarian Academy and the really old busted cards that you can't play, but the cards that Hull Breacher, things like that were busted enough. But I'll do a separate video on that. Let's get back into the precon. So you got Kalija Pyramaw. Ooh. For 3 and 2 red, it's a flying 3/3. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, put a 1/1 counter on this creature, then this creature deals damage equal to its power to target opponent. It's pretty good. Transforming Flourish has Demonstrate, so you can copy this spell as you cast it. If you do, an opponent also gets a copy. You can destroy target artifact or creature you don't control. Then, if that permanent is destroyed this way, its controller exiles the top card of their library until they exile non-land card. They may cast that spell without paying its mana cost. That's pretty good. Well, that way you can't just, chaos form your own thing. So, next is Will of Jeskai. Choose one. If you control your commander, as you cast the spell, you may choose both instead. Each player may discard their hand and then draw 5 cards. And each instant sorcery in your graveyard gains flashback, and then you go to its flashback cost. That's pretty good. I like that card. Next is Vanquish the Horde. We all know what this does. For 6 and 2 white, this costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Destroy all creatures. It's pretty good. Narcissus Reversal. Hey, it's finally got a reprint. Nice. You can copy target instant or sorcery, then return it to its owner's hand. You may choose new targets for the copy. For double blue, it's fantastic. Dismantling Wave. For 2 and a white, for each opponent, choose up to 1 target artifact enchantment that player controls. Oh, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Yeah, that's pretty good. Especially in CDH right now with Aristic Study and Esper Sentinel and Mystic Remora and just all of the card draw engines that are keeping us in this mid-range focused, everyone wants the card of engines, everyone wants this. It's stuff like Dismantling Wave that just allow you to go around and just be like, yo, blow up that, blow up that, blow up that. I think it's 3 things that you don't have to worry about anymore off the board, and that's fantastic. So I think Dismantling Wave may or may not be playable. So I think it's playable at least. Then we got Marga, the Diplomat, for 3 and a white, has lifelink. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you or a planeswalker you control, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card. It's pretty darn good. And white, it's another card advantage engine. It's pretty good. I like it. Next, we have Monastery Mentor. Here it is. For 2 and a white, has prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gains +1/+1 until end of turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you create a 1/1 monk token with prowess. It's a busted card. Absolutely busted. I know it did I know it's still a little bit of play in standard. I don't know if it still does more. I don't think so, but let me know if I'm wrong on that one. And they decided to reprint Ancestral Vision. Huh. So suspend 4, you may pay this rather than pay its mana cost and exile it with 4 time counters on it. At the upkeep, remove a time counter from it. And whenever the last one is removed, you may cast the spell without paying its mana cost. Target player then draws 3 cards. It is Ancestral Recall, but with suspend. This card's good. I like this card. A lot of people hate on it. I love it. Next we have Archmage Imagist. This precon is busted. This is a busted precon, Brez. Holy crap. Archmage Emeritus for 2 and 2 blue has Magecraft. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery or copy an instant or sorcery, draw a card. It's pretty cool. Baral's Expertise for 3 and 2 blue. Return up 3 target artifacts and or creatures to their owner's hand. You may cast a spell with mana value of 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Awesome. Next is Curse of Swine. Exile X target creatures. Then for each creature exiled this way, its controller creates a 2/2 blue or green boar creature token. Got the Djinn. It's flying. This creature's power equal to the number of instants and sorceries in your graveyard. Instants and sorceries cost 1 less to cast. That's a really good card, actually. Liar, Disciple of the Drowned. Dang! Spells can't be countered. Period. Spells can't be countered. This card's awesome. Each instant and sorcery in your graveyard has flashback. Then the flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. My apologies on that one. Oh my gosh, can't I speak today. Then we have Right of Replication. Nice. Got reprinted. Has Kicker 5, and when create a token that's a copy of target creature, if this spell was kicked, create 5 of those instead. I can only imagine playing Monastery Monk, and then all of a sudden, because it's not a legendary creature, just, yep, now I have 5 of them. Sublime Epiphany. For 4 and 2 blue, you can choose 1 or more. Counter target spell, counter target activated ability, or triggered ability. Return target non permanent hand, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, or a target player draws a card. You can choose 1 or more, so you can choose all those modes. And you have Electro Dominance, deals X damage to any target, then you may cast a spell with mana value X less from your hand without paying its mana cost. It's fantastic. Manaform Hellkite, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX Red Illusion creature token with flying and haste, where X is the amount of mana value spent on that spell. Exile that token at the beginning of the next end step. Pretty much you just want to pay a bunch, just little sorceries and instants, like 1s and 2s, and you just get a whole bunch of tiny little dragons and just start picking people off that way. It's really fun that way. Then we have Baral and Kari Zev. First Strike Menace. Whenever you cast your first instant sorcery, each string may cast a spell with less mana value that shares a card type with it from your hand without paying its mana cost. If you don't, create a First Mate Ragavan 2/1 red monkey creature token. It gains haste till end of turn. It's pretty good. Then we have Expansion and Explosion. Copy target instant or sorcery with mana value of 4 or less. You may choose new targets for the copy. And Explosion, you may pay X, deal X damage to any target, and target player draws X cards. We have Magma Explode. What is this? Does 4 damage divided among any number of targets. And you tap 2 permanents, create an elemental creature token, draw 2 cards. Or you can discard page red or blue, discard this card, create a treasure token. That's a lot of words, and I just read them. Prismari Command. I like this card. You may choose 2. It deals 2 damage to any target. Target player draws 2 cards and discards 2 cards. Somebody creates a treasure token. Destroy a target artifact. Pretty good. Time Wipe. Return target creature you control to its owner's hand, then destroy all creatures. Love it. Ooh, got the lore. This is like busted. Flying Vigilance Hastes 5/5. Whenever it attacks, you may look at the top 7 cards of your library and reveal an instant sorcery from among them, less than or equal to his power from among them, without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, Vedov, Voice of Duality, Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, it gets +1/+1. Whenever you're casting or copying an instant or sorcery, triggers a permanent you control, triggers an additional time. Dang. So Whirlwind of Thought, that doubles prowess. That's insane. Whirlwind of Thought, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card. We got Waste, Battleforge, Cascade Bluffs, Rooftop Retreat, Exotic Orchard, Furious Lake, Glacial Fortress, Irrigated Farmland, Prairie Stream, Rugged Prairie. That's got a reprint. That's nice. Shivan Reef, Skycloud Expansion, an Island. That's weird. It was upside down. Surplus Falls, Temple of Enlightenment, Temple of Empathy, Temple of Triumph. Oh, here we go. Alright, Young Pyromancer. When you cast an instant sorcery, create a 1/1 red creature token. Goblin Electromancer. Instants and sorceries cost 1 less to cast. Your instant sorcery costs 1 less to cast. Arcane Signet. Soul Ring. I like these Soul Rings. They're pretty dope. Look at that art. Cool dragons prowling around a hut. That's cool. Command Tower. Ghostly Prison. Ooh, that's dope. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature their controller that's attacking you. Sword of Splashers. We all know what that does. Best removable spell in the game. Compulsive cards. Then target player discards 2 cards unless they discard a land card. Consider Surveil 1. Draw a card. Deep Analysis. Target player draws 2 cards. Frantic Search. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, untap 3 lands. Pays for itself. It's awesome. Got Opt. Scry 1, dry 1. Ponder. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them. Put it back in any order. Shuffle. Draw a card. Got Pong 5. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. Its controller creates a 3/3 green ape creature token. Got Preordain. Scry 2, then draw a card. Still can't believe this got unbanned in Modern. That's crazy. Think twice. Draw a card. Got a Braid. You can either deal 3 damage to target creature or destroy target artifact. Big Score has an additional cost to cast this card, draw a card, or discard a card. You can then draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. Got Curse of Opulence. Whenever you enchant a player. Whenever enchanted player is attacked, create a gold token. Then each opponent attacking that player does the same. Got Faithless Looting. Draw 2, discard 2. This also got unbanned in Modern, which is crazy. Absolutely nuts that got unbanned. Man, Hollow 1 decks are going to be getting really good. Ooh, that's cool. Gutter Snipe. Look at that Gutter Snipe. That's dope. Gutter Snipe. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, this creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. Mana Geyser. Add a red mana for each tapped land your opponent controls. Shiny Impetus. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gains +2/+2 and is goaded. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, you create a treasure token. I would take this out in a heartbeat. I hate those enchantments like that goad. I hate them. Stormkill Artist, love it. Evolving Wilds, got a Mystic Monastery, Explosive Inertia. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, one on the bottom of your library, and then exile one of them. You may play the exiled card this turn. Third path. Ooh, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless artifact creature token. Azorius Signet, Boros Signet, Felwar Stone. Is it Signet? Talisman of Progress. Ash Barrens, Path of Ancestry, a Perilous Landscape, Reliquary Tower, and then we got all of our basics. Got 4 plains, 5 islands, 5 mountains. It's not bad for the deck. Alright, so, first thing, how many lands we got in the deck? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. We got 37 lands. So, what I like to do is I like to go through the lands and figure out which ones I can replace. Because again, this is just going to be tier 3. I don't necessarily like to be this. Irrigated Farmland, you just automatically can just take that out because it just ETBs just tapped automatically. So we're down to 36 lands right there. Ash Barrens does nothing for you. Take that out as well. Following Wilds, I am taking out. We're down to 34. I think lands, that's okay. But let me know if there's any lands I should add back into this deck. Let me know. Alright, so we're also going to take out Shiny Impetus, because I hate that card. Talisman of Progress. I might add the other talismans instead. But let me know if I need to keep the Signets, because I like the Signets quite a bit. Here, we're going to keep the Commanders, but we're going to play a Shia as the main commander for this deck. I'm not going to play the other one. I really don't like that card very much. Third Path, I'm going to keep him. I'm going to play Explosive Impetus. Yep, I'm going to do it this way. Sorry. I like to organize my cards as like creature, artifact, enchantment, sorcery, instant, planeswalker, and or land if there's a planeswalker. So, Stormcard Illness, Stormkiln Artist, I'm going to keep. Mana Geyser, I will keep. Gutter Snipe, yes. Faithless Looting, yes. Curse of Opulence, maybe pile. Big Score, yes. Abrade, yes. Think Twice, maybe. Preordain, yes. Pungify, yes. Ponder, yes. Opt, yes. Frantic Search, yes. Deep Analysis, maybe. Consider, yes. Compulsive Research, yes. Course Keep, Swords of Plowshares. Ghostly Prison, that's a yes. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, duh. Goblin Lectromancer, Young Pyromancer, Whirlwind of Thought, yes. And I think Dragon, I may not, because it costs 7, it's a lot. Time Wipe, just a good board wipe to have. The Command I'm going to keep. The Magma Impulse I'm going to keep. I am going to take out Explosives of this. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take out Barlin and Kara. Manifold keeping. Electro Dominance, it's just a big spell. You can cast it instant, yes. Sublime Epiphany, yes. Right of this. Lar I'm keeping. The Djinn I'm keeping. Curse of Swine, not going to keep. The Experience I'm going to keep. Archmage, yes. Ancestral Vision. Actually, I am going to keep it in the deck. I like that card a lot. And I think the Creatures, Narcissus Reverse I'm going to keep. Horde I'm going to keep. The Will I'm going to keep. I'm not going to keep the Demonstration, the Forming Flourish. I don't like that card. Your opponents can hit stuff. Monastery, yes. This, yes. Goreclaw, yes. Whenever you cast this about the targets, one or more targets, and draw that many cards, I don't like this card in this deck because I'm not really targeting things. If I were to change this deck up to be something like a Zada deck where I'm targeting one thing and then I copy it across all my creatures, then I might keep it in the deck if I want to turn it into that. Let me know what I should do with this deck. Because if I just want to sit here and play tiny little things all the time, then I will. But I think I might throw a Kark in this deck. The one that Kark the Thumbless, that you flip a coin. If you call it correctly, you copy the spell. If not, it returns back to your hand. I might just throw him in this deck just to copy things because that's what the deck wants to do anyways. So I'm gonna keep it in here, I think, for now. The Transcendent Dragon, I don't like this card. Actually, I really don't like it. I don't know why, but I don't like it. Adaptive Trading Post I'm gonna keep. Tempest does nothing for me. It does nothing for me in this deck. There's 3 enchantments minus this card. I don't like it. I don't like it in this deck. I like the card. I don't like it in this deck. Alright, so here are the cards that I'm taking out. I'm taking out 10 cards. I'm taking out 10 cards from this precon. I'm going to add 10 back. So I will make a deck tech video. I will release that later after I'm done with this deck. And if there's any more cards I took out, I'll put them aside and I will do that whole thing later. But this was the precon. I don't mind the precon. I think it was a decent. I'm also going to take out these 4. So there's 14 cards I'm taking out in total. There's 14 of them. So I'll see what else I want to take out. Please leave me know in the comments if there's any other cards I should take out or any cards you definitely want me to add back in as well. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I believe that is everything for this video. So, as per always, I will see you guys next time.